I know, a whole new look, I know. Anyway, what up, do YouTube? This is your boy Chevy Speaks. Right now I'm watching, Arrow Season 6, Episode 20, Allegiance, Shifting Allegiances. And right now, we actually just saw the return of Wild Dog, the return of Rene Ramirez. And now I guess you could say Boss is, from what if I heard correctly, Dinah, I guess, either named Renee's nickname or their group called either Bust or Boss. Is fully back in order now, fully back in strength. And even Rene concurred. He said, "Damn right they are." So pretty much, Dinah gave Rene the skivvy on what they've been doing recently. Trying to get down Ricardo Diaz. In fact, Rene actually said, "Look, I'm back and ready to get Ricardo Diaz." But I could easily see that Rene had a bit of a limp, walking through these hallways, these crappy hallways, as he said, along with Curtis. And then also we saw the Capuchon, which is Russian for the hood, make a way back. I guess now there's a new boss within that organization, and I guess I'll say, look, man, it looks like you've taken over his job, and you were supposed to keep your end of the deal. And I just want you to know I'm not gonna let you, do what you did before. And the guy said, look, before you get back to America, that's all gonna be there. He said, yeah, and I was just like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen, because he actually took an arrow through one of his guys, right through the middle forearm, because the guy was out partying, having, and pretty much, everyone's doing their own little thing, like I said, the guy had an arrow through his middle of his forearm. He said, "Help me out, you idiots!" Everybody else had already ran. Him and his pals that he was with, and Oliver said, "Look, man, you've already taken over his position, and you're gonna make it worse." Oliver said, "Look, I'm not gonna let you do that." But that being said, you're supposed to keep your hand over the deal. He's all right. But with that being said, Oliver, the guy told him, "Look, by the time you get back to America, all this stuff's already gonna be there." But Oliver, we all know Oliver's not gonna have that shit happen. So, but then also we see Rene finally come back along with Curtis. He said at least he said he missed these crappy hallways. He missed being here. He gets a surprise from his daughter. His daughter makes his favorite cake, which is red velvet, probably with M&Ms on it. Dinah gives him the skivvy on what they've been up to. Rene was Rene was ready to go after Diaz. So looks like they've kept him in the loop a little bit. Maybe he's been watching the news while he was in the hospital doing rehab. But looks like they're all ready to go. Team Buster's back in order. John is ready to go after Miss Comento of the Quadrant. They just she dabbles in pretty much everything on the black market, from cryptocurrency, guns, people, and he's ready to get going. John wants to draw Diaz in and take him out. Let's see what happens. And now he also wants Black Siren to, make a meeting with the recent mayor, which is Quentin, her father, which he's actually has a bit of a second doubts about. And I think we're gonna find more and more about Black Siren in this episode. See, I was thinking Anatoly was dead, but he actually isn't. Because Oliver rolled through, he said, "Look, how'd you find me?" And Anatoly's wondering, like, "Wait, how the hell did you find me?" "I went to one of your friends." He said, "I don't have any friends here in Russia." He just said, "No, you do. I went to Pacton. You really told me that you were exiled from Bradva because of me. So I paid them a debt, and I paid you a debt. So you can go home, Anatoly." That's when Oliver said, "Look, I know Ricardo Diaz is not an honorable man, so I need your help to stop him." And so I was like, "You know what? That's true." And he actually stuns Oliver with a damn stun gun. Honestly, I didn't see how he didn't see that coming. Honestly, I really didn't. Considering the history between him and Anatoly, I would think he would be able to read Anatoly like a book. But then again, I understand Oliver wasn't coming there on any malice, so maybe he just wasn't, thinking properly at the moment. But we'll see what happens. This episode was pretty good. We got to see Anatoly and Oliver work out their differences from the looks of it. Oliver saying that, you used to be an honorable man. And Anatoly's like, maybe you're right, but maybe I wanted to see who was more honorable. Maybe I wanted to see if you were still honorable. It looks like they were both testing each other in a sense. Anatoly didn't have to help Oliver, but he wanted but he knew Oliver wanted to get close to Diaz, so Anatoly allowed that. Even when he was bringing Oliver for Diaz and things like that, Anatoly just cringed at the fact that Diaz had no honor, just like Oliver told him. He said, "Look, once he's done with you, he'll kill you just like he did Kate and James, and And pretty much at first, Anatoly was like, you know what? That's the one big mistake that I didn't make that Kid James did. He underestimated Ricardo Diaz. I see him as he is, and that's not gonna happen to me pretty much. And so really, while Ricardo Diaz was actually punching, wailing on Oliver, it was then that Anatoly actually stood up for Oliver. I said, you know what? In my country, in the Pride, we wouldn't allow this to happen. We fought with honor, a fair fight. So Ricardo was like, all right. And he said, you know, with that being said, you're weak. You know, punching a prone man, that makes you look weak in my country. So, as we all know, that's Ricardo's little button you never really push, call him weak. He said, I'm not weak. Alright, take him loose, let's fight him, fair fight. So, Oliver and Anatoly fight. I'm not Anatoly, but Ricardo Diaz fight. Oliver put up a good ass fight. He kind of beat the shit out of Ricardo Diaz, I'm not gonna lie. But then, it was a pretty fair fight. Anyway, of course, Ricardo Diaz ends up cheating by stabbing him in his lower side, and then telling him, look, you're gonna be exiled from Star City. But you know what? I changed my mind. Instead, you're gonna be serving 25 to life, and don't try to even post bail because I have friends up in the court system. Not only that, but then also, you know, we find out that Black Siren, just like I said before, Black Siren's actually mortified of Ricardo Diaz. Now, that's not actually what she said, but in my opinion, she's mortified because she hates seeing the sight of him do what he has. The fact that he's a monster, what he's capable of. But as we all know, Lance said, "Look, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna let I'm not gonna let another Laurel, no matter what kind of fuck Laurel it is, any version of you die at my hands, and die at anyone's hands, especially Ricardo Diaz's." You gotta respect that, man. You know, because even though Quentin even broke down the story of how his daughter actually died. He worked for Damien Darth, as we all remember, and the minute he betrayed him, he killed his daughter. So he agreed to protect her at all costs, and you gotta respect that. And then he also, Ricardo Diaz actually wanted some piece of land legalized so he can operate with his distribution deal within the quadrant. But then also we got to see Team Bust and John worked back together. You know, Curtis asked John if he would ever work with him. He said, I want to commit to what I'm doing right now. But besides, we can always team up whenever we need to. Besides, you guys would be short one man because Rene, he has to learn how to compartmentalize, shut off daddy mode whenever he's up on the field. But he promised Zoe that he would be brave just like his daughter. She said, look, Dad, you saved this city. You know, you've been down twice this year, but I want you to be brave, and you taught me to face my fears head on. So I really like this episode. But I can't wait for more. This is your boy Sherry Speaks. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Comment what you guys think about the video in the comment section below. I love you guys.